Yo, what's up, family? Yo, check this video out here. We all dealt with this one at some point in our lives, or you're gonna deal with it at some point in your life in the future. So I'm gonna title this one, Gratitude and Resentment. You know what I'm talking about. You know how you do something nice for somebody, they appreciate it, and then sometimes that appreciation goes to resentment if you don't keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Think about at times when you have done stuff for family and friends or whoever else, right? And especially if you do something for them, you do it for free or you do it from the kindness of your heart. You really meant to do something nice for somebody and you don't want nothing back. It's from the kindness of your heart. And you know what you get from them when you do that? From the kindness of your heart? You get gratitude and appreciation, which is wonderful, right? But what happens with that gratitude and appreciation is that now they appreciate it so much that now it goes to another step and another level. The next level is anticipation. See, meaning that they just waiting, like what's going to be next? What this person going to do for me next time? You know, and anticipation ties right into the next level of that, of expectation. See, now they're expecting, because when they anticipated, when you first did them something nice, right? They appreciate it with gratitude. They may have gave you something, did something nice for you in return, and that's wonderful. But then when it turns to anticipation, that means now they're waiting to see next time they need a favor, could they count on you? And if you do come through, now they expect it. So now their expectations, see how it starts with gratitude and appreciation, and each time the level goes down to more and more disrespect. So now it's down to anticipation, meaning they waiting to see what's next, to expectation. They expect you to do something for them because you did it before. You should be able to do it again. Would you believe when I tell you this? The expectation goes down to another level. You know what that next level of? Now they start depending on you. It's a dependency where it's like you couldn't find no one else. You know why you probably couldn't find no one else? Because you probably burnt those bridges with somebody else. See, it's a great thing to be nice, to have kind gestures you do for someone. It kind of touches on another video we did a while ago called Being Too Nice Goes Wrong. Yeah, it's 5 words. So let's check that out. It's called Being Too Nice Goes Wrong. Yeah, 5 words. Being too nice goes wrong. So think about what I'm saying. Now, because you did something nice for them, now they're waiting, they're anticipating the next thing you're going to do. Now they're expectation, the next level. See, it keep going down. Now it gets to a point of dependency. See, when you're nice to people, now they start taking your kindness for weakness. That's why I said check that video out. Being too nice goes wrong. See, now they start depending on you. Like they couldn't find whatever kind gestures you did for them. They can't find it nowhere else. They don't even try to find it nowhere else. Because know why? They have a dependency on you. They want to take advantage of how kind and nice that you was to them. So they literally depended on you. And you know what happens after the dependency? It goes to another level of disrespect. Now they have a thing of entitlement with them. You understand what I'm saying? They have a thing of entitlement where they feel like, man, you're supposed to do this for me. Yeah, how many times you heard people say that, right? Man, you my friend. You supposed to do this for me. You my brother. You my sister. You supposed to. I've heard kids say that to their parents. You my parents. You supposed to buy me this. And what? They have a thing of entitlement. The jealous girlfriend, the jealous boyfriend. They have this thing of entitlement where they feel like, you're supposed to do this for me. Now, I ain't supposed to do nothing. When I'm being nice, do not take my kindness for weakness. Because you know what happens then? You get the very last level of this nonsense. And the last level is when you finally tell a person after all that you've done, the gratitude, appreciation, they show the gratitude and appreciation after you did something nice for them, right? And then now they start the anticipation they're expecting from you. The anticipation leads to expectation. The expectation leads to dependency. The dependency leads to entitlement. You understand what I'm saying? The entitlement, you know what the entitlement leads to? When you finally say, you know, enough's enough. When you be like, look, man, I'm doing all this stuff for this person, especially when people don't know how to reciprocate respect back. So now you finally learn to tell them no. The simple words, no. When you tell a person no, like they act like you can't tell them no. And know what that's called? Resentment. And when it's resentment, know what resentment is? It's a form of hate. Now a person will actually be hateful towards you all because you simply told them no. Like, some people act like you can't ever tell them no. Isn't that crazy? When you have done so much for them, and the one time you tell them no, it's like total resentment. I remember we used to say that at the job way back in the days. It was a statement, you hear it on a lot of jobs. They say, man, with the supervisors, they could give you 100 things to do. Out of 100 things, you could do 99 right. And the one that you do wrong, that's where they hold resentment against you. And they use it against you always. Like, oh, you messed up with this thing. It's like, what? I did 99 things right. It was a lot of gratitude, appreciation, anticipation, expectation, entitlement, and dependency on the 99 things I did right. And the one thing I did wrong, now you got resentment against me? Let me give y'all a real good actual story of mine dealing with this. Because remember, these are levels. So what we got? Gratitude, appreciation, same thing. So one level. The next level under that would be anticipation, expectation, dependency, entitlement, and then the last would be resentment. All because you tell a person, nah, I can't do it this time. I'm sorry, I know I helped you out all them other times, but this time, I'm busy with my family, or we about to do something. I can't do it this one time. They act like you can't tell me no. How dare you tell me no? Next thing you know, you'll see the funny ways they start acting towards you, which leads me to an actual real story of mine. Watch this. I remember many years ago where we lived in Jersey, right? I remember it was a neighbor we had. It's unfortunate there's so many men out here that don't know how to do nothing. It's ridiculous. You go, man, you don't know how to change a tire, you don't know how to fix nothing in your house, whatever, right? But that's what leads me to this story. But anyway, I remember this new couple had moved in the neighborhood. We spoke, we've met each other, this and that. So one day he comes over my house, he asks me, hey man, I just bought this grill, man. You think you can help me put the grill together? Help him put the grill together turned into me putting the grill together. There was no help him. He ain't know how to do it. I did the whole thing myself. So I put the grill, no big deal, it's a neighbor, I helped out the neighbor. So I put the grill together for him. On another occasion, he called me up, he had problems with his garage door opener. Asked me if I could help him figure that out. We did that. On another occasion, he had a clogged toilet. So he asked, do I know anything about plumbing? I said, yeah, I do plumbing. So I went there, I took the toilet apart and all that, fixed it. See all the gratitude, appreciation, anticipation, expectation coming from this guy? But I did it. It's no big deal. Neighborly thing, helping out. Maybe one day he could reciprocate if I need it. I don't get too caught up in needing stuff from people, but I'm doing the neighborly thing. Then he would see me do my grass and all that. He was always come over. Anytime I'm doing my grass, he would come over. Hey, what you putting on the grass? Hey, what you doing to this? What you doing to that? What you doing to that? Right? I'm like, yo, this guy. So now I told him how to get his grass right. I told him the necessary steps that he should take, and don't fall for all that Scotch stuff. They tell you step 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't got to do all that stuff. I told him, man, all you need is this and that, right? Next thing you know, sure enough, his grass was looking excellent, real good. Of course, he cheated. He started using a lawn doctor too, but that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, my point is, the gratitude, appreciation was nice. Then it turned to anticipation, where he constantly was waiting to see what else I could do for him. Then it turned to expectation, where he thought I definitely got to do these things for him. Next thing you know, it's like an entitlement thing. So then, would you believe, down the line, I see him outside his house day after day, pacing back and forth, and I see some trickles of water down his driveway. Next thing you know, he asked me, he said, yo, man, I got this real bad clog, man. It came up in my house, man, these plumbers be charging all this money. So he said, yo, Joe, you think you can fix that? So I said, well, what we looking at, man? What is that? Make a long story short, went over his house. Sure enough, it was a major clog. Remember, I did his toilet one time before. So now this time, I get over there, we figuring the clog out. I take his toilet out of the floor. Then next thing you know, we go outside to his main drain. I actually open up his main drain And I used my big snake. I got the contractor one. I went and got my big snake, and I put that snake all the way through to the street. I cleared his whole thing out. It was a huge mess. Now you know when you're snaking through that main plumbing, you know what you're dealing with, right? Feces, urine, all that nonsense, right? All this wiring stuff came out, pads, maxi pads, and all that. A whole bunch of nonsense came up, man. It was. I wore my Tyvek suit because I knew stuff was gonna be splatting all over. So anyway, I did it for him. I didn't charge this brother nothing. That was a big job. Now y'all know the plumber would have charged over $100 some just to come out. But you see the pattern? This guy constantly needs stuff, right? So remember what I said. It's going to lead to resentment. Watch how this story leads to resentment. Go from gratitude and appreciation to resentment, all the way down. Gratitude, appreciation, anticipation, expectation, dependency, entitlement, to all the way to dependency. You can't tell me no. So anyway, after I fixed that, after it was done, now he went and got his little wet vac. I got my big wet vac, and I cleaned up all that stuff. I put his toilet back, and then I fixed the drain back and all that. It's all clear. I ran the water hose through it and all that, and showed him, yo man, see, it's the water going through perfect. Everything's working perfect. It's damn man, good looking out. Afterwards, we in front of the house. Now I'm cleaning my snake. Now, I got a thorough process when I'm cleaning my snake. Remember, what did we just clean? Feces and urine and all this nonsense, right? So I took my whole snake out. I pulled the whole thing out. This is my process. You know, I use Clorox, ammonia, cleaning products, and I clean the whole thing, every length of it. I clean it, and I clean all in the inside and everything. And then after I clean it, I dry it. And after I dry it, now I go get WD-40, and then I pull it all back out again with a wet rag of nothing but WD-40, and I wipe that thing down thoroughly, and I clean all the inside. I make sure that thing, because I don't want that thing back in my house, my garage, or wherever, smelling like feces. I make sure I thoroughly clean it, right? Let's get into the resentment. Watch. After I did that, now I'm cleaning my wet vac. Same process. I do all that clean. Do you know this guy? He went and got his small wet vac, put it right next to mine. I was like, yeah, man, yo, you do mine too, man, you know. I'm like, dude, I laughed at him. I said, dude, you could do your own, man. You trying to give me all this work to do, and you ain't doing nothing. So, you know, we laughed about that. And that was that. Do you know, it was about a month later. Now I will say, he did say, yo, man, how much I owe you? And I was like, nah, man, don't worry about it, man. This don't even worry about it, man. You good, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, just doing a neighborly thing, even though that was a big, major job. And we had somewhere to go that day. You remember, babe? Mm-hmm. We had a function we had to be.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I stopped what I was doing. See, this is what people don't do in this world nowadays. People always act like they're so tied up that they can't give you their time. They're like, oh, I got something else to do. We really did have something to do that day. We had an event to be. We still made it, even though we showed up a little bit late. And I hate being late. I don't play that late crap because I was helping this guy out. But anyway, it was about a month later. This is where the resentment comes in. About a month later, all of a sudden, me and my wife, we had just came back from the mall, and we just pulled on the street. As we pulled on the street, all of a sudden, I see him and a bunch of people outside, his wife outside and all that. Now, we was only stopping at the house real quick because we had to get something, but we had to head right back out. Do you know, as we pulled in the driveway to drop off our stuff, he's standing outside, that dude, and he sent his wife over to me and says, hey, June, listen, we got another clog in our toilet. I said, what? I said, I fixed that for y'all a month ago. And then she go, yeah, but we had a function over here the other day. We had a lot of people over the house. They must have flushed something down the toilet. It's clogged up again. We want to know if you could come over, if you could fix that. I said, whoa. I said, I wish I could help, but actually, we got to head out right now. So really, we got to be somewhere. She said, oh, okay, well. And then next you know, he came over. He's like, yeah, man, they clogged up my toilet again, man. Them MFers, this and that, all this. He talking bad about the people, right? I said, yeah, man, like I told you, I would love to help you, but however, we got something, we got to go, we got to be somewhere. So then she says, well, that's okay. Could we borrow your snake? Now, mind you, I seen how this guy, he don't clean his stuff. I see how lazy he is. He don't actually do no actual help at all. He wants somebody to do the stuff for him. Lazy. And there's a lot of men out here like that. Don't know how to do nothing and expecting somebody else to do something for them all the time. I kind of touched on that other video I did where I said how it amazes me how men can tell you all about what LeBron James, what Michael Jordan, tell you all about sports, but you can't fix the doggone sink leak up under your kitchen sink. But you know all about the sports. This is ridiculous. So many men like that. But anyway, so when she said, "Could I borrow your snake? Could we borrow your snake? Because we know you gotta go." I just straight up told her. I said, "Hey, honestly, I don't lend my tools out, especially a snake, man. That's dealing with feces and all." I said, "Nah, I'm sorry. I don't lend my tools out. Not like that." She said, "Oh, okay, all right." The attitude was immediate. Do you know the? I don't know how they got it fixed, whatever. But the next day when I came outside, his wife come out when we taking our normal walk by us. We walk by her place rather. We walk around the corner. Hello. She walked right by. No hello, good morning, nothing. We see her later in the day driving her car, ride right by us, no beep, no honk, no hi, hello, how you doing, nothing. I see her man every now and then. I'm sitting on the porch. He pull his car up, no hello, how you doing, what's up, how you... All because I told them not this time. Remember I told you about the supervisor? Could do 99 things right. Do one thing wrong, they give you total resentment. And that's how this guy was. It's like, wait a minute, after all the things I've done for you, never charged you a penny. The one time I told him, nah, I can't do it this time, it was 100% resentment / hate. Like, you can't tell me no. Like, you get what I'm saying, folks? It was as if this guy and his wife act like they had so much entitlement and dependency and expectations from me that the one time out of many that I told them no, it was total resentment against me. Like, how dare you tell us no? You can't tell us no. And that neighborly friendship that we had, it fell off. And me and my wife even laughed about it. It was like, how dare they get mad because I said no? They act like I'm not supposed to tell them no. You know what no means? No means just that. No. But like I said, I ain't getting personal with it. It's amazing. A lot of us even, I'm done with that story. But think about us with our kids. A lot of our kids try to pull that crap on us. Yeah, they real helpful and thankful when we doing stuff for them. But the one we tell our kids no for something, they lose their daggone mind. Like, you gonna tell me no? Like, yeah, you need to be taught no sometimes. Because the more you give everything you got to somebody, including your kids, the more you spoil them. And they think they're not supposed to be taught no. And it makes them rotten. Just like the neighbor, just like anybody else in the world. And you keep doing something for somebody, favors, and you're doing it from the kindness of your heart and for free and this and that. Yeah, it's gratitude and appreciation, but it's going to eventually go down the line to anticipation, expectation, dependency, entitlement. And the last one is going to be resentment / hate. All because you couldn't do it that one time, or you told them no. You just didn't feel like it that day, whatever the case. Isn't that amazing with people? Like, you can't tell me no. They won't say it, but their actions will definitely show it. Each one teach one. Just thought I'd share one of my stories that I know a lot of y'all can relate to. Subscribe, share, like, and comment.